Families are complicated. As many of us prepare to travel or to welcome friends and family into our homes next week, this statement seems even more timely. Holidays like Thanksgiving can pull at our heartstrings. Our beautiful, messy families do not reflect the image like in a Norman Rockwell painting. The painting I'm imagining is called Freedom from Want. It has two people holding a perfect turkey and the smiling family around the perfectly set table, not a wine drop on the tablecloth in sight. Our buttons can be pushed, tempers can flare, and silence can be deadly. But who ever said family gatherings have to look like a painting? This week's Torah portion paints an entirely different picture, perhaps a bit more realistic. This week we read of the birth of Rebekah and Isaac's twins, Esau and Jacob. Rebekah's difficulty conceiving continued on to a difficult pregnancy. She was so uncomfortable. God tells her when she cries out, there are two nations in her womb. Esau is born first, with Jacob following, clutching his brother's heel. For twin brothers, these two have nothing in common. Esau becomes a skillful hunter, an outdoorsman, and is favored by his father. Rebekah's favorite, Jacob, is described as a mild person, quiet, patient, clever, and calculating. And Jacob and Esau constantly are competing for, it seems, just about everything. Esau was out hunting one day and came in ravenous. Jacob had just prepared some red lentils, and Esau asks if he can partake. And Jacob says, sure, brother, for your birthright. Because he's starving, Esau gives in. Later in the parasha, Rebekah arranges for Jacob to take his brother's blessing from their dying father. Wearing animal skins to emulate Esau's hairy hands and arms, Jacob approaches his near father with poor sight and is blessed by Isaac. Isaac says, may God give you the dew of heaven and the fat of the earth, abundance of new grain and wine. Let peoples serve you and nations bow to you. Be master over your brothers and let your mother's sons bow to you. Cursed by they who curse you, blessed by they who bless you. These words meant for Esau are given to Jacob. Esau, of course, is furious when he learns he has been tricked again. And Rebekah, fearing for Jacob's life, tells him to go to her brother Laban, where he can take refuge. And next week, of course, he will be tricked again. The commentaries of our tradition are filled with interpretations of why Jacob and Esau are so different and the rationale for Rebekah's actions. Chaim Guinnot points out that the competition and jealousy between them was sparked by parental favoritism and preferential treatment, the blame the parent theory. Other commentators think that Rebekah had a mother's intuition that Jacob was destined for great things, the blame the mother theory. Adin Steinsaltz, a modern commentator, finds that Rebekah's favoritism was a form of saving Isaac from his own stupidity and foolish decisions. Rebekah's just smart. Even with our biblical ancestors in their families, there was never a dull moment. Hopefully, you're starting to feel a little more calm about what might happen around your Thanksgiving table next week. There will be, hopefully, no Jacob and Esau. Family relationships are not supposed to be perfect. If they were, what would we complain to our friends about? What stories might we tell to the people we work with before we leave for Thanksgiving and after we return to the office? Besides the delicious pies that Denise and I will make for our family Thanksgiving, with 5 children under 4, parents, grandparents, in-laws, aunts, and uncles, all I know is that my family will be together. It will be chaotic. It will be messy. Someone will eventually watch Bluey. There will probably be some tears. It will be loud at moments, and it will definitely, absolutely not look anything like a Norman Rockwell painting. And I'm not sure that I would want it any other way. It is in the messiness, the complexity, and the silliness that memories are made. Traditions are formed. Isaac and Rebekah's family remind us that family dynamics are complicated because they are composed of perfectly imperfect people. Therefore, it's up to all of us to exercise our compassion and tolerance muscles to appreciate the people who comprise our families for who they are and ask them to grant us the same grace. And when we need to, remember that sometimes the right thing to do is to walk away. On this Shabbat, may each of us find a moment to appreciate our families anew, to prepare our hearts, souls, and stomachs for Thanksgiving. May the blessings that each person we encounter be welcomed by us with open hearts, minds, and eyes. And may God continue to bless each of us and everyone we love. Shabbat Shalom and happy Thanksgiving.